What's up guys, Eric from Beat-Sonic. Today we have here a brand new Toyota Crown and we're going to be installing a plug-and-play front camera interface along with our front camera. This car already has a factory equipped bird's eye view camera, but this additional front camera will give you that exact view of the distance between the front bumper and whatever objects in front of you. So it's a very easy install. We'll walk you through it. Eric Park is mounting the front camera at the moment and I'm going to be working on the inside of the vehicle. And actually, we already removed the radio. If you want to know how to do that, go ahead and check out our other video. We're gonna link it below on how to remove your radio. And once you have that done, we'll walk you through right now on how to route the button for your front camera and how to connect the front camera to our module. So let's stop talking, let's jump in the car and get it installed. All right, we're in the vehicle now. So the first thing we want to do, because we already removed the radio, we're going to figure out how to route the cable to mount our front camera switch right here. There's two extra blank switches here, so we're going to get behind this. So let's start removing the panels around here. Just use a plastic panel removal tool like the one I'm holding right now. Let's pop it off. These are all just being held by clips. Let's see, I need to pop this out first. Okay. Phillips screw right here. Maybe just take this whole panel off. Might as well. Okay, it's already almost all off. So, all right. So got this piece off. So let's just disconnect these two connectors holding the high beam. The other one and the whole cluster should be able to come off. Okay. Don't forget to disconnect this piece here. It's right behind the steering wheel. All right, and let's just remove this whole thing. Terrific. Once this piece is out, flip it over to the back, and we're just going to push this out. Okay, to do that, let's grab a flathead screwdriver and just place it down here. There's a little tab, push it in, and we're going to push it out from the inside. All right, there we go. Okay, basically what I did was I pressed in these little tabs right here with this flathead. Okay, push it in, and then just pull it out. Okay, now we have a little hole here, and we're going to fill that hole with our button. Just pop this in right here. Looks just like it came from the factory. And on the back side, we'll connect our harness. And we'll be routing this cable all the way across from the bottom to the back of the radio. So we have these two wires here. This is for illumination backlight for this front camera button. We're not going to connect it, but if you wish, you can connect this power to the illumination wire behind the radio. You will have to extend the wire a bit, and the ground, you can just ground it anywhere to the car's chassis. But even without the backlight, your LED light will turn on and off. So you'll know the status of it by looking at the LED light. So before we do that, let me insulate this wire with some electric tape. All right, and let me route this cable through and reinstall this cluster. All right, so let's route this cable for the switch. We're gonna go through this hole over here. We're gonna catch it from the back of the steering wheel and then go towards the back of the radio. Okay, so we went under the steering wheel and now we're looping it up here. Okay, and then from here, it's easy to go to the back of the radio. Perfect. All right, so from here, we'll connect it to, to this module. He's trying to put the wire together. I like pulled it away from him, dude. All right, cool. Yeah, and all we have to do now is connect the front camera wires to the adapters and then just clean it up and put it back there, and that will conclude the installation.
All right, so basically what I did is we ran the extension through the grommet firewall here. And then when I brought it over, we routed it underneath where the AC motor is through the side panels. There's gonna be a little bar here that separates the screen from the main radio. There's a little passage towards the right. Just looped it right over there just so that when we reinstall it, the wires don't crisscross and wedge between that panel. And then when we brought it all over here, the extension here has the power and ground cable. And the ground cable, I connected it to the ground here, just color coordinated, super simple. Power cable, we're gonna do the same thing. You could just leave this. This is the optional for the backlight, I believe, on that button. And then this connects to that module. But that's what I'm working on so far. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna strip these. Both of these get a little braid, a little Nordic braid. Shout out to the Vikings. So now that we got our bullet connectors connected in here, we're gonna go ahead and kind of do some wire management. So right after I cleaned it up here, I'm just gonna zip tie one end right here. All right, and then the other side, I'll do the other side and it'll look a lot cleaner once we put everything back together. So if you are doing the optional thing, just leave it out. In our case, we're not gonna do it. So I'm just going to hide it inside all these wires on the inside so that it doesn't come into contact with any metal. And then put her to sleep. I'll show you when I'm done.
All right, guys, so Eric went ahead and wired everything up for me, routed the cables. At the same time, I went and put back these pieces that I removed earlier. So just FYI, on my video, I removed this piece here. You don't have to remove it. Actually, don't remove it, because if you do remove it, it's very difficult to put it back in. It requires you to remove the 8-pillar panel piece here to get this back in place. And this could be a little bit tricky because there's a airbag right behind it. So leave this alone. Only remove this top piece here and you could pull the rest of the cluster cover to access the back of the buttons over here. All right, so let's tuck these. There's a lot of space back here. It's an open cavity. So just shove all this back there. Before we do so, let's use some double-sided tape so that we can mount this securely. Right here, like that. We'll go back to this big white plastic panel. Okay, and we'll just stick it right there. All right, and let's carefully push all these other cables back here, and we'll push the radio back in. Okay, let's pull this cluster forward a little bit to get this behind here.
All right, so guys, we did button the car back up and everything, but as you can see right here for the crown, there isn't a lot of space to work with for mounting the cameras. If we do it up here, it'll be very off-centered. So right underneath the license plate, we did have to off-center it a little bit just because there's some stuff in the way there that you will see. So slightly to the left or right is where we mounted the camera, and you're gonna have to dip your hand in there all the way. So when you feed the wires in, you dip your hand in there, pull it out. You're gonna see a natural route coming this way. We kind of fed it underneath. Yeah, right underneath here to come to the washer reservoir. And then we went behind the coolant all the way to the AC lines and met it where we had the grommet and through the firewall. We made a little slit down there and kind of just wedged it right there. And wherever the connections were, we made sure to zip tie it and insulate it. And then we kind of tucked it right behind this relay fuse panel right here, just so that it's kind of out of the way. We don't want any really wire sticking out, just to make it clean. Hopefully he likes it, and that's pretty much what I did.
So this one has the factory 360 camera, but as you can see, if you look at our front camera, it gives you a very close-up look of what's in front of you. Like if you put it into the factory 360 camera mode, you only see that. This is the rear camera, and that's it right there. So our front camera will give you that more clear close-up look of what is right in front of you. All right, let me continue on with the reinstall of the factory panels. Everything goes back like Legos, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we finished installing the front camera. Eric Park mounted in the front for me, routed in, connected in, and we also routed the camera button from the left side of the vehicle, and everything is seamlessly behind the radio. Can't see from the first glance, you can't tell you did anything to your car. So everything's factory. So let me show you how everything works. So upon car start, your factory backup camera and your 360 camera will continue to function normally, just how it was from the factory. Nothing has changed. The only difference now is that you have this new camera button here. That says camera. You press it once and it'll show you the front camera. There's your bumper here, so when you're parking, you can be confident they're not gonna be hitting anything. You'll know what's right in front of you, or you can't see from here. Press it again, and we turned on this function where the factory 360 camera will show. All right, and you press it one more time, and it'll go back to your normal factory screen. And right now, there's a timer of 15 seconds. That's the default timer. We're gonna leave it as is. If you wanna change it, you can change it all the way from, I believe, few seconds to no timer. So it's up to you how you guys want to do that. You can refer back to the instructions manual, how to go into the settings and change those settings. Or you can also check out our other front camera install video where we went very detailed on how to go through every single step. So another function of this that you've seen here is that you could activate the push to view backup camera. For this, a 360 camera. So you could turn it on even while you are driving. Even in highway speeds, it'll work. And on top of that, you can also add a secondary RCA cable for another video camera input, whether you want to put like a blind spot monitoring, you want to go check up on your kids that's sitting behind you, or you want like an undercarriage camera, you can do so by adding another camera. So now if you have two cameras, you'll be able to cycle through all the different modes by just pressing the same camera button. And lastly, the other function we have on this camera system is the ability for the front camera to turn on automatically when you come down to parking lot speed. This car already has that function from factory because it has the 360 bird's eye view camera. So I'm gonna keep that off. I'm gonna let the factory built-in function operate normally. I don't want our stuff to override it, unless of course the customer wants us to turn it on later. We'll go ahead and do that for them. So that's it, guys. Small module packed with a lot of functions, and this is all just to make your car more safe, guys. You know, you're in your car, you're pulling your car out, you're driving your car in. You wanna make sure that there's nothing in front of you when you are driving forward, and when you're parking your car. There could be really tall curves that you don't want to damage and hit your bumper into. This is a perfect time to use the front camera. Or for off-road guys, if you're driving up, all you see is the sky, you turn the front camera, now you see what's on the floor in front of you, just to make sure you don't run over anything that you don't want to run over. All right, guys, well, that concludes our installation demonstration video today. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email us at info@beatsonicUSA.com. We will be very happy to answer all of your questions. And if you are ready to purchase this today, it's available at beatsonicUSA.com. We'll leave the link in the description below. All right, guys, well, thank you very much for watching. If you're having it, help our channel, give us that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It'll really help us out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.